new technology, new production processes, new ways of doing business. Women in non-traditional occupations, new products, constant change. These are the realities of the highly competitive global marketplace.
Oh, great, you got the model.
Like so many other young people in Alberta, these young people will be looking for work in the future.
How are we ever gonna figure this model out?
I don't know. I've never built a model before.
Me neither.
That's why I don't think we should glue it yet.
Whatever career choices they make, they'll need training.
What pieces do you have?
I'm pretty sure this is the bottom piece.
And Alberta employers need well-trained, skilled, and adaptable workers so they can compete effectively and meet the business challenges presented by change. One of the best ways to train workers, ensure their skills are up to date, and expand their opportunities to work is by apprenticeship. Alberta has one of the best, most responsive apprenticeship systems in the world, a system based on the principle that employers and employees are equal partners and know best their training needs.
I'm gonna start breaking these pieces apart.
Okay. Look at all these little pieces.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm gonna look at the instructions.
This is really confusing.
Maybe Daddy can help us.
Yeah, let's go ask him.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, Joe.
I have a problem over here.
It's not you, Joe. It's this old beauty. They just don't make them like this anymore. Check the coil wire here. That's
Yeah, I did,
back
you know,
there.
but if you look at that.
We can't figure this model out.
We need some help.
Can you show us?
You want to handle this?
No, thanks. It's your turn today.
Okay, let's look at the plans.
Thanks, Dad.
This car has a ground wire down here.
Yeah?
That tends to break from vibration.
Right?
Yeah. It's broken. No ground, no go.
You know, sometimes I wonder if I'm ever going to learn all this stuff.
Don't sweat it, Joe. That's what journeymen are for. To help you learn.
Now, just a dab of glue. Too much glue and you'll scar the plastic, and the paint job will look terrible.
Thank you, Daddy. We can do the rest.
Are you sure?
Dad, don't you have to go to work?
I'd like to stay and help, but they won't learn by having me do it. Showing, guiding, advising, that's how my father helped me learn. And historically, that's how skills have been passed on from one generation to another.
Oh, Dad.
But over time, as skills became more complex and specialized, training systems like guilds and trades developed and formalized the practice of having skilled people teach their skills to the young. Now more than ever, employers need skilled workers who have received a broad base of training to standards set by industry and recognized across industry. Establishing and maintaining these standards of training is important to employers and provides workers with job mobility in Alberta, Canada, and even internationally. So employers and employees in Alberta have formed a partnership with government in a progressive, responsive, and industry-based apprenticeship system that trains high-quality skilled workers who can compete in any market. In this industry-based partnership, employers and employees together identify needs for on-the-job and classroom training and set the skills, competencies, and standards recognized and followed by industry. Government provides the legal framework for apprenticeship, facilitates the training process, and provides administrative support to the system. This partnership was formally established in Alberta about 50 years ago to respond to industry's need for skilled workers. It's what helps us keep our skills sharp, to get ahead and stay ahead. Hi, Dan. Joe?
Hey, John, how's that model your kids are working on?
Oh, it's coming along. It's an elaborate model, though. A lot of pieces. Pretty big stretch for first try.
Well, they'll develop some skills that will be handy in the future.
Like patience. Yeah. They've got nothing like this under the hood, though.
Well, neither did I when I started. Didn't have this either. An engine was all mechanical parts, wires. Finding out what was wrong was a combination of gut feel and experience.
That's all I thought it took to be a mechanic.
Yeah, I bet.
Now with these new cars, we hook them up to a machine.
Sometimes I feel more like a computer technician than an auto mechanic.
Tradespeople like Dan and Joe can meet the challenges of new technology because the apprenticeship system keeps training up to date. The system is effective because industry and government work together to identify training needs and to ensure they're met. They communicate primarily through a network of apprenticeship committees. There are more than 50 trades designated in Alberta. Each trade has a network of local apprenticeship committees covering the province, composed of equal numbers of employers and employees from the trade. The committees monitor apprenticeship programs locally and make recommendations about apprenticeship and certification and other concerns to the Provincial Apprenticeship Committee for their respective trades, also made up of equal numbers of employers and employees. The provincial committees identify apprenticeship program training content, set training standards, and set certification standards. The provincial committees forward their recommendations to the Alberta Apprenticeship and Industry Training Board, also made up of employers and employees in equal numbers. The board advises the minister responsible for apprenticeship and industry training about the apprenticeship system. That means all training and certification matters pertaining to the trades and occupations, and training and development of a skilled workforce. Throughout the process, employers and employees work with ministry staff, who assist in implementing required changes to training content. This includes revisions to classroom training delivered to apprentices by technical institutions, public colleges, and private vocational schools around the province.
How are you doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Who is it?
It's Dad. He wants to know how we're doing.
Can you hold this?
Dad, I gotta go.
Okay then, we'll see you later. Well, I don't have to worry about them for a while. Now, where was I? All right. An important feature of the system, and this is critical to the success of Alberta's apprenticeship system, is that the training is industry-based, which means employers and employees who work in the trade identify the training. When the cabinet maker trade revamped its training program, the changes weren't made for the sake of change. New materials, finishes, and finishing techniques, new equipment, and production methods developed in the industry during the 1980s. Alberta manufacturers converted equipment, but needed people with the skills to handle the new equipment and processes, and the apprenticeship system responded to the need with new training. The system also keeps things simple for employers and employees. The hardware used by the plumbing trade has changed over the years, from iron to steel, copper, and PVC pipe. Here at the Imperial Oil Resources Limited Research Center in Calgary, plumbers had to use glass because it was the only material that could handle corrosive liquids from the labs. The plumbers who installed this piping had to brush up on techniques they learned as apprentices but haven't used much. The most important being the glass tube is cut from the inside. Metal and PVC pipe is cut from the outside, a small but important detail. But this kind of installation isn't common, so pre-job refresher training with the glass pipe manufacturer was enough preparation for this unique project. But if employers and employees determine more training is needed, they can initiate changes to their apprenticeship training programs. In the mid-'80s, employers and employees in the recreation vehicle industry realized they needed training because of the hazards that can develop with improperly maintained or serviced electrical and natural gas equipment. The process of designating recreation vehicle mechanic as a trade in Alberta started with a phone call by the Employers Association to the ministry responsible for apprenticeship and industry training, which worked with the industry and subsequently the Alberta Apprenticeship and Industry Training Board to determine what the training needs were. After surveys and public hearings, the decision was made to designate RV mechanic as a trade. Then industry set the guidelines and standards for training and certification, and the training program was designed and implemented. Alberta's apprenticeship system is progressive and responsive to the needs of industry and the workforce. It's a strong partnership of industry and government that enables industry to manage or change programs and enables industries that need apprenticeship programs to create them. How's it running?
Oh, she's purring like a kitten. Man, I love these old cars.
So do I.
I'll take care of it.
All right, thanks a lot. We have a good, broad-based apprenticeship system in Alberta that opens up opportunity for everyone. It ensures that industry gets trained, skilled workers, and workers get training and skills that are transportable, because their training is recognized. Quality workers, quality goods and services. They translate into prosperity in our overall economy. Let's check on the kids in that model.
I love the color.
I like the way the hubcaps shine.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
You missed all the fun.
Yeah, we asked Mom to help us with the painting.
How's it going?
Well, they did a good job of the gluing, so the painting's easy.
Let's take a look.
Careful now, it's still wet.
Great job. Alberta's apprenticeship system is a team effort. It's a partnership between industry and government, a system that responds to the training needs of employers and employees, who together produce more efficiently and contribute to the overall prosperity of the province. You could say we've built a model for success for all of us in meeting the challenges of change.
Hey, Dad, it looks like your car.